Welcome to the Mind of Basketball Podcast, also known as M.O.B Podcast, episode 94. I'm Evan,
And I'm Ja.
and it's our basketball podcast where we recap, break down, and analyze players and teams from previous games from the previous day. How are you this Sunday, Ja?
I'm chilling. I'm good. I'm good.
That's good. That's good to hear. Happy Easter to anyone who celebrates it. I will hopefully have a happy Easter. I hope, well, of course, the food I'm eating today, but hope everyone's having a good day. Hope everyone will have a good day. Not a lot of basketball, but not a lot of basketball in terms of NBA because there were, as you might have noticed, there was no nationally televised games on. There was no primetime games on as it was college, the Final Four last night, and everybody saw Jalen Suggs hit a buzzer beater. So we're just gonna, I guess, just skip right into your segment.
Yeah. Basically.
Which is the other games around the league, which was every other game that happened. So
The
I
first
guess
game.
we should get into it.
Yeah, the first game I like to talk about is the Timberwolves versus the Sixers. Embiid's first return since injury. Since that it was a leg scare, right?
Yeah, and ankle injury.
Yeah, yeah. Against the Wizards,
Well,
right?
yep. But
Yeah,
Embiid is back.
Yep, he was back, and him and Cat had another duel for the ages a little bit in a way. Cat, both of them was just straight up balling, especially Cat. Finished with 39 on the night. Him and Anthony Edwards having a really great connection, and it started off close, and then the third quarter hit, and I'm gonna
welcome back, Embiid.
I'm gonna get to that.
Welcome back.
But Cat, oh my gosh, Cat 39 and just like what you said, welcome back, Embiid. If you got how these NBA games go, but like just an impressive yam right on his head. Like it was just like really disrespectful. I'm not gonna lie. It made Embiid think about going back into like load management for a second. You know what I mean?
No, he wasn't low managing. He was you talking about earlier in his career. A few years back.
But yeah, the third quarter, the Philadelphia went on a big run in the third quarter and basically opened this game so open and like it looked like they were going to run away with it, but it seems like again as of recently the Timberwolves when the fourth quarter hit, they've been finding some kind of way or some kind of like strategy to always get back into the game and make it to like single digits in which they could always have an opportunity to get the game right into their grasp. And again, it was mainly because of Cat and Anthony Edwards, along with some great defense.
Yeah.
But then Tobias Harris hit some big shots. Joel Embiid came up with a big defensive play against Anthony Edwards, and the Sixers were able to seal the win.
Yes. Embiid's return, first game back in I believe 3 weeks, and he didn't miss a beat. He was still Embiid, finished with 24 on the night. Still posting up, still attacking, still being aggressive.
Yeah.
Besides the dunk on, which was embarrassing. He had himself a really good game. And him and Cat battling out, dueling. That's what I love to see. I know you as well. Two rivals going at it. Two of the best big men in this game today.
Yeah.
And it was just entertaining to watch. But yeah, in the end, it was Sixers getting the win. Tobias Harris really paved the way for them down the stretch. He finished with 32 on the night.
Yep.
And yeah, welcome back, Embiid. All right.
Yeah. Next game I'd like to talk about is the Pacers versus Spurs, and this was a really close game that ended up going into overtime. It was the Spurs had the momentum to start off, and then
They beat
Karis LeVert. They baited at the end. Karis LeVert in that third quarter just started cooking in his own kind of way, his own kind of like, be doing what we know Karis LeVert could do when he has the ball in his hands. Let's just keep it like that. And then the fourth quarter hit, and then Rudy Gay turned back the clock. Looking like he was in Memphis / Sacramento. Like, he was just getting straight buckets within that fourth quarter. I believe he had
no disrespect. Memphis. Like he was back in Memphis. Like he was back in Memphis. He was still hooping. He was still balling in Sacramento. But Rudy Gay in Memphis, before he got hurt.
Yeah, that was a different breed. Yeah, that was a different breed.
Yeah.
He said no disrespect. Yeah. But yeah, I believe he had like I think 11, 12 points in that fourth quarter. And he was just he was scoring every clutch bucket that the Spurs needed down that stretch. He was the main recipient of it. A big dunk, corner three, another three. He even went to the line and he made 2 free throws. DeMar had an opportunity, who also was balling out throughout this whole game. DeMar, he had an opportunity, went to the line, and he made 1 free throw, but missed the second. And then the Pacers had an opportunity to go into striking distance. They missed. He had another opportunity to, and then Spurs got the ball back. DeMar had another opportunity to get a game winner. Misses, and then as a
Because he's
result,
not Jalen Suggs. Yep. Missed it, and they go into overtime.
Bro, do not disrespect the Rosen. Come on now. This is a college
player. Said, what? I didn't say anything. I said, because last night, Jalen Suggs hit it, and DeRozan just happened to miss. That's all.
So you really about to compare DeMar DeRozan to a college player right now?
No. Why would I do that? Why would I disrespect Jalen Suggs like that?
You got jokes. You got a lot of jokes. But yeah, and then it went into overtime, and it was still close. But then once again, DeMar at the free throw line at one point, and once again he made 1 out of 2. And then basically TJ McConnell came up with a big clutch bucket, and that basically opened up the door. Indiana was able to get a defensive stop in which got stripped. Stripped one of the players, and as a result, they took the game.
Yeah, DeRozan got to hit his free throws though.
Yeah.
Initially in the fourth quarter, he could have closed. They could have won the game potentially. If he would have made that free throw.
Yeah.
In the overtime game, they were still down, but he could have closed the gap a little bit. I feel like who knows what could have happened. The free throws are so crucial. You can't be the best on the team and make 1 out of 2.
Exactly, and we talk about it all the time. How crucial free throws is, and how no matter when it's happening, how it could always make a big determination on how the flow of a game could go, whether it's down the wire or even earlier in the game, because a point makes a difference. And I felt like he had an opportunity to get the win at the free throw, and he just came up short.
But in the end, yes, it was the Pacers taking the win. Good to see Karis LeVert having probably his second best game as an Indiana Pacer. Hopefully he can get into his groove. He has been having his struggles a little bit as a Pacer. Haven't been able to see him like how he was towards the end of last year with the Nets in the bubble. And come playoff time. So yeah, hopefully he can get that groove back. Hopefully he could be a great player for this Pacers team because we all know they need it, how the way they've been playing.
Yep. I feel like he's going to find his stride. He's just going to take some time.
Yep. All right. Next and last game.
The next and last game I'd like to talk about is the Kings versus the Bucks. No Giannis, but again, they still have a good core right there in the Bucks, right? And
you could have just said no Giannis, but they're playing the Kings. Could have said that as well.
Nah, I don't want to really disrespect the Kings like that because, they put up a fight. Just come on now, don't do that. Come on now. You know that they put against a really they might not have Giannis. The Bucks might have not Giannis. But they still had Drew, Chris, Brooke, and their whole other players intact playing in this game.
Ever since I said I believed in Sacramento, they have lost 3 straight. So I don't want to give them any credit whatsoever.
Yeah, that is true. But man, Drew Holiday and Brooke Lopez, man, they were balling out. Brooke Lopez looked like he was back in Brooklyn.
Greatest Brooklyn net of all time.
And Drew Holiday showing why he's one of the most slept-on point guards in the league. Still, I believe he had 21 in that first half.
Mm-hmm.
Just getting straight buckets against this Kings team, just getting straight up buckets, working in the half court, and that's why I say this is why he's so crucial for the Bucks, because that's the kind of game he could, in a half court setting, he could do wonders for that team. And he basically showed it in this game with everything he was doing with the ball in his hands, the movement, defense. He just had it going on. But Sacramento wasn't out. Again, they weren't out. You talk about Buddy Hield, De'Aaron Fox, Terrence Davis, who I believe had 7 threes on the night. They were making it a game down the stretch. It's like each and every time that the Bucks scored, they had an answer to it when it came to that second half. And it basically became, as it became down to the closing moments, it was basically they were fighting to get back into it, but like they were close. But the Bucks was just able to convert at the free throw line. And as a result, they was able to close out this game.
Yep. As a result, the Bucks do win a close battle against this Sacramento team, despite not having Giannis. Great play by the likes of the Bucks, Drew Holiday and Brook Lopez alike. Nice win. Nice to see that they can play that well without Giannis.
Yeah,
It really is showing some promise. But then again, look who they played against.
Again, I'm telling you, man, Drew Holiday, there's a reason why he's on this Bucks team for a reason. There's a reason why they went to go get him. They know what he could do.
Yep, you're right about that. All right. We didn't mention the other games because, well, let's just tell you. I'm gonna just tell you the final scores of the other games, basically, to show you how it was, in terms of everything else. Let's go with the closer one. The Miami Heat beat the Cleveland Cavaliers 115 to 101. That was the closer. That was the closest battle between the other games that I will mention right now. The Dallas Mavericks beat the Washington Wizards 109 to 87. Really no surprise. The Wizards still are without Beal, and the Mavericks can be an offensive juggernaut at times. Also, they have Luka Doncic, so what can you say about this team? The Pistons lost to the New York Knicks 125 to 81. There's nothing else to say. The Knicks were up 41-15 in the first quarter. I mean, just from start to finish, blew them out the water. Detroit basketball. The Utah Jazz going against the Magic. The Jazz won 137 to 91. The Jazz hit an NBA record 18 3-pointers in the first half.
Lethal.
Yep, lethal. That shows you what type of team this Jazz team is, even though the Magic don't have the best of talent.
Yeah.
Still impressive nonetheless.
Yeah.
And lastly, the OKC Thunder going up against their going up against Damian Lillard and the Portland Trailblazers, and they lost 85 to 133. I mean, Thunder been having some injuries in the past month.
He said grandfather. Why?
What?
Go on.
Nonetheless, like I said, Thunder been suffering some injuries in the past month.
Yeah.
So just a lot of role players going up against this Portland Trailblazers team. So you could tell how that was gonna go.
Exactly.
All right. News? Is there any news?
I think I don't think we mentioned how Isaiah Thomas on a 10-day contract.
Yes, for the Pelicans.
Yes.
Yeah, we didn't mention that. Isaiah Thomas back in the league for now. Playing for the New Orleans Pelicans on a 10. What?
Why you have to put it like that? Like
it's because a 10-day contract. That means he has to prove himself. Otherwise, he might be out of a job again. Or out of the NBA.
I think he's gonna get the veteran minimum. I got faith. He's a baller. He's a hooper, man.
Well, I hope so. He was a once upon a time an MVP candidate, king of the fourth, 29 points per game, 10 points in the fourth quarter. I remember that season.
A great talent that looked like an average human. That's all I gotta say.
Great talent. I mean, averaged 29 points per game,
Mm-hmm.
5'10", or 5'9", actually 5'9" in the NBA. That is incredible what he
Have
did.
has 3 seasons in which he scored over 20 a game. And was always a valuable six man, could go for a scoring night whenever he wanted to. At
That
that
was in his early years when he went to Sacramento. When he was drafted in Sacramento, the
time.
last pick of the draft, by the
Exactly.
way, last pick of the draft. They went to Phoenix, was valuable there. They went to Boston, was a six-man initially, but then they
Mm-hmm.
saw his potential when boosted up to the starting lineup, became an all-star there. Eventually, he got hurt, and then Danny Ainge traded him away. So and
I
threw him away.
I hate that dude, man. I swear. But people really
Gave his heart
disrespect.
and soul. Played when his sister had died in the
Exactly.
playoff game on his sister's birthday. In the next round, dropped 52.
Yeah, 52 or 53. I don't remember, but yeah. Man, I know it's a business, but that was highly disrespectful, Danny. In my opinion. I'm sorry.
And obviously, looking back at it now, we tell that wasn't the best of deals.
Yeah. And that's no disrespect to Kyrie either.
Nah, it's just it didn't work out.
Yeah.
All right. Yes, Isaiah Thomas back in the league. Also, I believe there was an injury. Oh yeah, Gordon Hayward. After suffering a injury on Friday, 2 nights ago, seems like he'll be missing significant time. I believe about a month. Another hit for the Hornets team. Uh, Trying to get a good seed in the playoffs. You know how well they've been playing as of late. Not even
Yeah.
as of late, just the entire season.
Yeah.
The way this team has really just rallied around itself, the energy that they have, intensity that they bring night in and night out, the fun that they look like they have while playing basketball.
Yeah.
And now with Gordon Hayward out, that's gonna be it.
Tough.
No problem. Yeah.
But hey, it gives more of an opportunity because guys that are already stepping up have more wiggle room to show more. Terry Rozier, who's been balling out for them this season, he could show more, I guess. And this is kind of like a hard hit for Gordon because this was like a comeback season for him in a way. The injuries of what went on in Boston and stuff, and how that took a toll on him when all these other stars like Tatum and Brown kind of got into their rising stardom, and
Yeah.
he took a back seat and stuff like that. Things didn't go the way as planned. He's basically getting back into his Utah years, probably less athletic, but still skilled enough to score the basketball. And he was like,
Yeah. Yeah, that's a tough hit for Gordon. Hopefully he comes back. Um, Hopefully he comes back stronger than ever. Hopefully he's able to help this
yeah,
Hornets team down the stretch. Maybe get a good seed in the playoffs, right? Because it looked like they will make the playoffs, barring anything. Well, actually, the Eastern Conference is a little crazy. So,
yeah.
but yeah. But all right. With that being said, it is prediction time for tonight's set of games. We have some early games. We have some good games later on. So let's go. First, starting off, 2 o'clock. The Brooklyn Nets going up against the Chicago Bulls.
The Nets.
The Nets. The first primetime game of the day, ABC, 3:30. The defending champions, starless Los Angeles Lakers will battle their ugly sister. Of course, the Battle of LA against the Los Angeles Clippers, a game in which you would wish that the stars were out. Nonetheless, who you got?
Unfortunately, I got to pick the ugliness over the beauty.
I have to agree with you. Maybe LeBron can like get some help from like Bugs Bunny and all them, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be happening for right now. So in the end, yeah, I got the Clippers. What?
Nah, go on. Go on.
The Charlotte Hornets going up against the Boston Celtics. Fast forwarding to that 6 o'clock game. Who you got?
I'm starting to lose faith in Boston a little bit. But I'm gonna put a little bit of faith in and choose them.
I have to agree with you. losing faith, but I have to give them that chance. Hopefully, they get this win. The Grizzlies going against the Philadelphia 76ers.
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia as well. The next primetime game of the night's NBA TV, 7:30. The Golden State Warriors going up against the Atlanta Hawks.
The Hawks.
Hawks as well. The Pelicans going up against that man's team, the Houston Rockets.
You said the Pelicans.
Yes.
Yeah, I got the Pels.
What about injuries?
I was thinking about the Rockets, but then I'm going to say they're going to find some way to blow this. So I got the Pelicans still.
Yep, I got Pelicans. And lastly, NBA TV, 10 o'clock. It is the Orlando Magic going up against the Denver Nuggets. Aaron Gordon's first game against his former team.
Denver
as well. All right. I think it's time to wrap things up. Any final thoughts?
The sequel will not be better than the prequel.
You really think you just being a hater? That's what I think.
What?
I just think you being a hater.
What?
You don't know that. First of all, the trailer looked promising. Okay, the trailer looked promising.
That's the thing. There's a lot of movies in which the trailer looked promising and then it end up being shit. Excuse me.
They had a lot of iconic characters there.
No, they did. It looks good. Yes, we know the whole Looney Tunes gang. That's a legendary cast in itself.
What about the other ones? You saw Iron Giant. You saw the Flintstones.
Yes. We know the Hanna-Barbera Cartoon Network. The whole thing. Yes, we know. We get it. We seen it. We know. But still, that don't mean anything, bro. Come on now. We know this. We know this.
Little Bunny's past LeBron.
The grandma doing the thing on the things, the walker. Yeah, bro. I know. It looks lit, but what in the Matrix hell? What?
Okay. Oh, that was bad.
So I was like, what?
That was bad.
I was like, yeah.
And yeah, LeBron's acting skills isn't the best. it wasn't the best. But Jordan's wasn't the best either.
Well, obviously it wasn't, but I understand, but I just don't see it. I'm sorry. I just don't see it. I just don't see it being on the same level as the prequel. I'm sorry. You just can't make the origination. You cannot recreate the origination. And
I want it to be good. I don't think you want it to be good.
It's not that I don't want it to again, but bro, it's not that I don't want it to be good.
Come on, Islam.
I hope it I hope it does great. But bro, we've had this conversation before about movies and how the sequels don't turn out how to be. But hey,
right.
2021 has been looking kind of different in a way, because don't forget, you heard different reviews about it, but Coming to America, surprisingly, the sequel did well, as I heard. I know there's been some.
I've heard the other opposite way.
But I'm just saying, hey, let's see. Let's see. You know what? Let me shut my mouth.
Well, there's been some good movies. They just had the the Snyder cut of the Justice League. They just had Godzilla versus Kong.
Yeah.
Which I just watched. Sorry, Kong. What you thought this was? Nonetheless, but listen, I have faith in Space Jam: A New Legacy. Okay, I have faith.
No, yeah. Look, I don't watch movies, but I might end up watching this movie.
You watch movies? Stop.
No, I don't. I swear.
Anything from 1960 to 2000, you watch.
Okay. I watch old school movies, and I barely watch them nowadays. But
when The Matrix 4 comes out, you're watching it.
I gotta think about that. But I may end up watching.
Crazy.
I may end up watching Space Jam. We don't know. I may end up watching Space Jam.
You're gonna watch it. You're going to watch it. You're going to watch it.
How could you be so sure? How could you make it a guarantee?
Because you watch Woody Harrelson dunk, so you're watching that. Don't do that. You watch his Space Jam: New Legacy. You're going to watch it. Whether it's good or bad, you're going to watch it.
Okay.
You have to. Come on, man.
Okay. All I gotta say is one in the Matrix hell.
First of all, I think that was a nod because previously he said Will Smith, and Will Smith was supposed to be Neo.
Will Smith as Neo? So y'all really try to take Keanu? You know what?
No, Keanu Reeves took that spot.
Oh, he
Well,
took that
well,
shot from
no,
Leo.
Will Smith declined it. I think Will Smith declined it. He didn't want to
Oh,
be.
I never knew that. I never knew that. I never studied about that. Sorry.
Yeah, but thank God we got Keanu. Or the new kid's John Wick. All right, nonetheless, unlike my hating co-host, I believe in Space Jam and New Legacy. I believe in Space Jam 2. I have faith. I have faith. Yes, it might be trash because, yes, you are right in that the sequels aren't always better than the original.
Mm-hmm.
You can't replicate sometimes.
Exactly.
So, but give it a chance. You have to give it a chance.
I will give it a chance. Look, I always give things a chance. They always just end up hurting me in the end. But yeah.
Happy Easter. That's just all I'm gonna say. Happy Easter. With that being said, thank you guys for watching today's podcast. Make sure to tune into tomorrow's podcast. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
And make sure you follow IG down in the description below.
And once again, I'm Evan.
I'm Ja.
And this is the Mind of Basketball Podcast.